Hello guys, Scott Adkins here. Look, I want to show you something. I've built myself a gym and I've called it the Boyka gym and I wanted to have a look. Here we go, ready? Let's go. You know, they told me that vanity was a sin, but it still didn't stop me from doing this. Boyka gym, you know it. So all my life I wanted to have my own gym, and not just a gym, but like a really good gym. Turns out that I've ended up with the ultimate gym, the most complete gym in the United Kingdom, the Boyka gym. I'm very, very lucky, but I think it's money well spent because I'm training in this bad boy every day without fail, unless I'm away making a movie. So Indigo Fitness kitted the whole thing out with Darwood management. In my house it was an outdoor pool. This whole building was built over the outdoor pool. It then became an indoor pool. And when I moved in here, nobody used the pool. Goddamn waste of money. Actually, the pool still exists under there, empty pool. There's a trap door and you can sneak down the hatch to inspect that it's not flooding or there's any issues. But there is a massive compartment under there where you can store some, I don't know, Christmas decorations, stuff like that, dead bodies, whatever you want really.
Let's go!
So yeah, Indigo Fitness kitted the whole place out. We have the rubber floors obviously to drop the heavy weights on. They've supplied all the weights and all the kits. Darwood management came in and did the acoustic panels. Actually, we got these doors to put the acoustic panels on them so you can't even see the doors. There's a toilet through there. All that bit's a mess. I'm not going to show you that bit yet properly. But you got all the acoustic panels. Had these LED strips put up there, and then we've got these bricks which aren't real bricks. This was all slate at one point, which they smashed off and then put on these tiles which look like the bricks, give it that industrial look. And then this right here, this neon sign from Neon Sphere is really cool, although when you look at it through the video it does that funny thing which is annoying. But in reality, it's great. I guess I need to change the shutter speed or something. I don't know, too technical for me. Yeah, down here we've got the AstroTurf section, all the way up there. Love getting on this sled. This sled is brilliant. That protects my back, keeps my legs strong, and is a great cardio workout, but more about that later. Got the aircon systems put in, there's two of those. One over there and then one over there. It can heat and it can cool down in a room like this with the windows. You need to cool it down in the summer and to heat it up in the winter. And right here behind me, this is not finished because eventually, but I couldn't wait, I wanted to do the video for you guys. But eventually this whole back wall is going to be a media wall. We're going to have a big 85-inch TV, going to have some shelves, put my trophies on it and whatnot. In the corner here, I'm going to have a dartboard, which is probably a stupid idea because my son's going to throw the dart into the TV, I know it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Deal with that problem later. And then in the corner, I'm going to have a little fridge, nice LED lighting still, good sound system going all the way to the back so I can do the neighbours' heads in. But that is for the future, but I'll do another video when that eventually happens. The sprung floor. That is the piece de resistance. That is the crowning achievement, the sprung floor. The main thing I wanted this place for is to practice my kicks. You know, I love going to train Legends Gym in Rugeley with Brian. I don't actually need those weights, but I've got them if I miss a session or if it's not convenient, I can do it here. But the main thing is the sprung floor, just so I can get on that and I can do some flips, I can do some tricks, and I can do some kicks on the bag, and obviously keep myself ready for the movies. And you know, as a lifelong martial artist, twice a week I'll have Sam Roberts come down here, my pad man, and we'll hit hit the pads. But this sprung floor was done by UK Gym Pits, did a fantastic job. I love the colour, love the black. You can have it any size. So I just figured I'd have 5 by 5 meters, and then I thought, well, I need to just push it all the way up to the edge of the AstroTurf. So that's 5 meters by 5.8 meters. But that is a great bit of kit. Then on the back wall, we've got these tatami mats supplied by Century. Thank you very much, Century. And they put some little art on there. So obviously we've got the Century one. And then here, well, what's that from? Do you know what that is? Well, of course, it's the Boyka chest tattoo, which is a Japanese symbol, an Okinawan symbol. Apparently, you'll have to ask Isaac Florentine, the director of the Boyka movies, because I've kind of forgotten, but that's what that's all about. And yeah, vanity's a sin, but it's the Boyka gym, and that's Boyka. Crike99, a great artist, did this for me, and I was going to put that in the middle, but then it didn't look right, so I put it on the edge. But also we have the neon sign is based on that. And also, if you come along here, you can see that we've put that Boyka sign on the gym equipment as well. Here we've got the, I never know how to say it. Is it Fairtex? Fairtex? It's a Fairtex bag. The Muay bag. The proper ones that they use. I had to fill this up myself though. It was an absolute bleeding nightmare. Took ages to do and knackered me out. So cheers for that. And I put one of these Pro Force things on the end. You know, if I want to get a good workout, attack the bag with the gloves on and the kicks, I'll take this off. But the truth is, if I'm training for the films, a lot of it's about accuracy and hitting the right place at the right time so that you don't hurt anyone on the set. So I tend to just hit this more than anything else these days. But this is a great bit of kit here. Obviously it's angled up because the roof is, you know, it's quite low, but it angles up 45 degrees that way, so we've followed the contour of the roof. But behind here, the padding was stripped out and a massive metal plate was put in at the back, which was some engineering genius by Joe at Darwood. Figuring that one out, so thanks Joe. Here we've got my weights. Obviously had a lot of these weights from before, so some of them are a bit dirty. These ones are new. I'm not losing strength. I thought better get some smaller weights in for the kids and the wife so that they can stay in shape. Got some old kettlebells down there. This is my tib bar. You know what that's for? Doing your tibs, knees over toes, yeah? Doing those tibs. Check out Knees Over Toes guy if you don't know what I'm talking about. And down here I have my landmine, which I can stick the barbell in and do some exercises for the core, for the shoulders, things like that. The squat rack here, good old squat rack. And they designed this, Indigo Fitness designed this, so again it followed the contour of the ceiling and went up so that I could actually hang off the bar and not have my feet touching the floor, so I can get a stretch in. That's probably one of the exercises I do the most, is pull-ups. All my weights, my bands, skipping rope, that sort of stuff. I like these as well for holding the barbell because they're rubber and it doesn't clang around that much. That does, but this is nice and soft. Got my barbell, got my, what's that one called? I don't know the names of a lot of this stuff. Easy bar, is it? I got these things here for my forearms, to try and fix my forearms because they're absolutely knackered with all the punching I've done throughout my years. Too much punching. And I don't even know what this piece of equipment is called. I forget. Anybody know? Put it in the comments. But basically, it's got weights on it and cables, and the triceps and the chest and the biceps and the shoulders and whatever, you know. Love it. Box jumps. Jumping on boxes. Sometimes the simple stuff works the best. What else have we got? Oh yeah, Now, I'm gonna have to be honest, I'm crap at this, but I wanna get better, and I will get better. But this is where we're at the minute. Oh, come on, come on. Ah. That's so difficult, but so addictive. I'm gonna get better at that. This is a lifesaver because I've had some problems with my back. My back is a mess, but this has been strengthening my back up. If you've got a bad back, you need to be able to get used to just hitting this here for 2 minutes. When you can do that, you want to try and get 30 of these reps. And it's not easy. I can only just get 30 at the minute. And then when you can do 30, you want to go single leg. And do 30, or as many as you can. Single leg like that. But that is really helping my back. But I've done so much damage to my back with all the kicks and the gymnastics back in the day that I'll probably never completely fix it. But that's a good bit of kit. If you've got a bad back, you have to have that piece of kit. That's how you know I've got a bad back. Because I've got that bloody thing. Torture contraption. And here's the ab, I don't know what you call it, but I do my abs on that. Get a weight, or even just from here, but that's great for your abs. That's my favourite exercise for the abs. Anyway, I love the sled. Simple piece of equipment, but just the act of doing that, it's great for your posterior chain, and it's actually good for your back, and it's a good cardio workout. And I push it all the way that way, and then I get these TRX bands, and I use these to pull it back. I'm getting my knees over my toes, and I'm working my quadriceps this way, strict form, and my back. That's what I tend to do. That is one of my favourite exercises. And if we look in here, I've got a couple of buckets. So this is for dodgeball. When my son comes in, we lob the balls at each other. We love that. I've got these slider things, used to train my hamstrings again, or even for doing the splits training. Maybe I'll show you that later. Got the monkey, what's it called? The monkey foot. So you can put a weight in here, clamp that onto your foot. You can train your hammies with the monkey feet. If you know those ones. Yeah, for press-ups, so I can go nice and deep. You know the drill. Stretch those shoulders out, full range of motion. What else we got? The ab roller. That's a definite one that you need. However, I prefer this one, because this one, you'll sort of wind up and give you a bit of resistance so that you can come all the way back, like so. So that and this is my favourite ab workout. Got these things here which I'll hang up off the bar up there, and I'll train my abs, lifting up knees, on my feet. I don't know, we've got all sorts of stuff in here, weight vest, ankle weights, and then in this one, it's all the martial arts stuff, the paddles, the gloves, the mitts, all that sort of gubbins. Yeah, as I say, it was always my dream to have my own gym. And this is it. This is the Boyka gym. I absolutely love it. So thank you, Boyka. Thank you, Mr. Boyka, for allowing me to have my own gym. Cheers, Boyka. I love you, mate. You're my favourite. Of all my characters, you're my favourite. And you're also the favourite of all of my fans, let's be honest. And as much as I try to do better, I can't. Boyka, you are the best. So this is the Boyka Gym. See you later.